Ladies and gentlemen, I have 10 things I am pretty sure you didn't know about Christianity. Number 1, from about the year 50 to about the year 200 AD, most facts reveal that Turkey, Asia Minor of the time, has the most going on. One would think it would be Rome or Greece. Number 2, Christian persecutions didn't occur because every emperor was nuts. It was a matter of law. Roman citizens at the time were required to perform certain rituals regarding the pagan parts of their society and have a certificate showing that they had done so. We have examples of these certificates in our historical records. So, no certificate, persecution. Number 3, there were many Christian sects right out of the gate. A lot of people tend to look at the earliest church as the purest when all was put together and right. But if there is one thing about Christianity that has remained consistent, it is like an ever-spreading force. You always have had sectarian and denominationalism, and quite simply it happens because within 100 years, Christianity had touched 3 or 4 continents, different languages, different cultures. Also, it grew out of different branches. Some treated it as a sect in Judaism. Some treated it as separate from Judaism and converted to it. There were Greeks living in North Africa at the time that didn't have a lot of connection to the spiritual traditions of their homeland, and they picked up Christianity but had a different view of it. You had people in Persia and Arabia and what became Europe and Turkey all picking up Christianity. Number 4, what is said in some churches today between priest and pastor and congregant during the service is documented in a paper from 314 AD revealing what happened at the Synod of Laodicea. It is literally written word for word. So something Christians do every Sunday today has roots as early as 314 AD. Number 5, over 1,800 invitations went out to bishops by Constantine in 325 AD to come up to his summer palace in Nicaea to have a church council. Between 280 and 318 showed up. Yikes, out of 1,800 invitations. That means 1,500 didn't come. Very interesting. Number 6, there were over 1,800 bishops in the world in 325 AD. What a beautiful fact that's easy to overlook. 1,800 is a lot of people. That covers a lot of area. The faith was spreading. Yikes, this one's rough, friends. My Catholic friends out there, of Rome's 9 major theologians between the late 100s and early 200s, 6 of 9 have work, at least some work, that is considered heretical by their own church, their own orthodoxy, their own denomination. You had Hermas, Justin Martyr, Tatian, Hippolytus, Marcion, Valentinus, Belicides, Sibelius, and Novatian. Of those, 6 out of that 9 heresies. Yep. I have Hermas on that list because of discoveries made on this channel. You should watch the New Christian History of the Church Part 2 to find out why. Number 8, between the year 2016 and the present, Christianity remains the world's most persecuted religion. Let that sink in. I also want to not miss the opportunity to note that we should be praying for the Uyghur Muslims around the world. They are very much catching up on that statistic. Number 9, historical accounts from the early 300s reveal that Christians did what we call archeology today back then. So in the early 300s, they knew where Jesus had been born, where the crucifixion occurred, where the tomb was. They had nails, they had wood, they had cloth. They were in proximity to Jesus, time-wise, in the same exact proximity we are to George Washington, time-wise. If you go to Mount Vernon today, you'll find that they make archaeological discoveries and reveal new historical documents all the time. So it's really not that hard to believe that they would know these things. The secular history that covers Hadrian's time, long after the fall of Jerusalem. He was there, he built a new city, and they knew where Christ had been crucified because it was where they wanted to put their temple to Venus. They did. Constantine later went, had the Temple of Venus removed, and put the Church of the Holy Sepulchre there. Very interesting, right? Now, number 10. Christian history is not just facts and figures. There is a clear sense by documentarians that they were passing the word of God through time, that they were dealing with supernatural events about the living God, that they were documenting the most important subject in human history and telling the stories of the people at that time who were working with it. Other history is interesting, but this is the only history that when you sit back, you can always say, wait. There's a whole other side to this, which is supernatural and subjective. I don't think there are many subjects where that can be the case. I find that Christianity, the truth of the matter, is that it meets at the intersection of objective facts and subjective experiences. But what do I know? There's 10 things I'm pretty sure you didn't know about Christianity, but now you do, and you should help me boost the numbers on my last video because I covered the First Council of Constantinople. It was part 14 of the New Christian History of the Church. It's history that a lot of people haven't heard before, so I think a lot of people don't know about it, but it's really kind of just like Game of Thrones, so it's got stories like that, so it's fun and exciting. Anyway, give it a shot, see if you like it. Talk to you next time.